Kalau misalnya nih, gue coba jadi anaknya si Ibu Amy ya, 13 tahun. Hai guys, namaku Shin. Aku sih di sini cuma mengklarifikasi aja biar nggak ada yang salah paham. Karena di sini dua-duanya orang tua aku gitu ya. I'm so very sad because it happens to me and my family. Please give us privacy, give us time to heal. Aku juga perlu waktu untuk menenangkan diri karena ini terlalu shocking buat aku gitu. Jangan langsung big book mamahnya gitu kan. Ada pembukaannya dulu gitu kan, langsung big book. She's not my mother. kayak udah skenario banget gitu loh. I don't wanna call my door gitu kan. Udah ditulis banget, udah dibelajarin banget itunya. Umur 13 tahun udah cus ke poin-poin yang menjatuhkan mamahnya gitu loh, bukan menceritakan tentang dia ya, tapi menceritakan tentang menjatuhkan ibunya. Udah ada agendanya gitu loh ya. Kan yang ditanya tentang tentang anaknya kan. Ini tuh dicocor ibunya terus. Sorry nanya, pelakor itu penyanyi dangdut. Iya, cenah katanya. Tapi di YouTube ada sih. Suaranya not bad, guys. Kira-kira kalau Bu Emi dan Eden pisah, si Ernie ngurus 4 anak. Ya bisa jadi sih. Bisa jadi. Karena kan si anaknya udah sampai ngomong statement, ya Ernie gives us the care that my mom cannot give. Keren banget anak 13 tahun bisa ngomong Ernie can give the care and the love that my mom cannot give. Keren banget. Ya kan? Ya nggak? Keren gak sih guys anak yang ngomong? Di pikiran dia si Ernie itu kayak perempuan malaikat ya. Ya she help us book hotel. Cuman book hotel doang. Halo, book hotel mah Agoda aja lah, nggak usah bahasa Inggris juga. Tinggal cari buku kamar berapa, hotel nomor berapa ya kan. Aku lanjutin dengerin ceritanya si Pak ini ya.
You can say exactly what month?
The end of last year. In October.
Okay.
So in October, look, it's a very gradual thing. The kids were terrified. They took a long time to come clean. They told me last year March that when I was in Singapore, some of these things happened. But the way they talk about it, it feels like a few isolated incidents. You know, it feels like, a few bad days, she took it out on the kids. I had a talk with her when she came back when she was in Korea. She went to Korea for a month. And when she came back, I had a talk with her. I said, you need to...
Nih kan dia katanya si Bu Amy-nya ke Korea, ya kan? Ninggalin anak-anaknya. Berarti anak-anaknya ada yang ngejagain, ya kan? Berarti ada Bu Amy, nggak ada Bu Amy, ada yang ngejagain kan anaknya kan?
Stop doing this, right? It's not good for the kids. Because I was in Indonesia for a year working before I brought the family. And my daughter went from straight A's to straight D's. My son went from the sweetest boy in the world to getting into fights every few days in school.
Jadi dia bikin persoalan bahwa nilai-nilai anak-anaknya itu terganggu karena mamahnya. Ya anaknya aja nggak mau belajar.
And my younger son, who was one of the brightest kids I've ever seen, have language and counting issues. And I couldn't quite make sense why. So, and they never told me. When I tried to probe, they tried to avoid it. Until Amy went to Korea for a year last year in March, and we were all alone at home. Then suddenly...
Si Amy setahun atau sebulan di Korea, katanya sebulan. Terus setahun. Dari sini aja statementnya udah beda-beda. Dia bilang, ya, setahun sama sebulan beda loh. Tadi dia bilang satu bulan. Only a Korea a month. Terus 1 year. Coba kita dengar lagi ya.
The brightest kid I've ever seen have language and counting issues. And I couldn't quite make sense why. So, and they never told me, when I tried to probe, they tried to avoid it. until Amy went to Korea for a year last year in March.
Tuh, last year in March, a year. 1 year. Dia bilang for a year. Bahasa Inggris dia bagus kan? Tapi sebelum itu dia ngomong 1 month. Itu aja udah two different statement. Itu aja udah berbohong ya guys.
And we are all alone at home. Then suddenly they felt safer to come out. And they came out. They came out, they started talking about it, and I was shocked. That was when I first heard about the abuse.
Oh my God.
That was last year March. But Dr. Richard, in a marriage, you always try to overcome this, right? Because she's always only human, I'm only human. So at that time, I thought it's just a few incidents. The kids are not, they are trying to open up, but they haven't opened up completely. So last year May, when I moved, I separated from Amy because our fights continue. And that's just between me and her. I told her, I will leave you in the house because you're pregnant, but please do not take it out on the kids. Do not abuse the kids. I'm in an apartment just beside the house. I can come back anytime. And I thought things got better. Then towards September, October, when I was talking to the kids again, I realized that during my absence from the house, because I moved out, we separated.
Kayak benar. Logikanya ya guys, katanya kan dia pindah ke apartemen. Kenapa nggak dianya aja yang bawa anak-anaknya ke apartemen? Kenapa kalau misalnya si Ibu Amy ini abusive banget, kenapa anak-anaknya masih sama Ibu Amy? Make sense nggak? Dia kan bikin statement, ya udah gue di apartemen aja enak-enak sama si Ernie ya kan, yang digoyang ya kan. Terus anaknya nggak dibawa, katanya kan anaknya di abuse, ya kan? Kalau misalnya emang anaknya di abuse, dibawa dong anaknya, ya kan? Jangan dibiarin sama ibunya dong, ya nggak? Ya, kalau misalnya anaknya bilang, Dad, mom is abusing me, help me. Malah enak-enak sama si Ernie, yang digoyang, ya nggak? Make sense gak guys? Statementnya kan, Amy is abusive, bla 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 segala macam. Ya bapaknya enak-enak di apartemen, bukannya bawa anaknya, ya kan? Coba lagi.
Took it out on my boy, blaming him for me leaving the house. So he threw slippers at him to whack him. And I was like, but she's pregnant, she's not drunk. Those rages are not from being drunk. It's just a rage problem. And then I found about my daughter's attempt to harm herself, where she hid it from me for 1 week. And when I found out, I was actually, the school found out before I did. I was 2 days away from.
Nih, katanya gurunya tahu si Amy hurt herself. Berarti ini ada recordnya. Pasti ini nanti bakal jadi saksinya ada gurunya. Karena itu statement, kalau guru tahu anak itu bunuh diri atau apa, mereka bisa laporin ke KPAI karena orang tuanya mengancam, membuat kondisi lingkungan hidup mereka nggak nyaman. Itu bisa ada laporannya. Pasti ada statementnya. Karena ini accusation yang benar-benar merusak karakter orang. Seorang ibu sampai membuat anaknya mau bunuh diri, ya guys.
Going to school, things happened to school for a talk about my daughter, and she hid it from me, wanting me to go to the school and look like a complete a person who is guilty of neglecting the daughter. So I confronted her. I said, "How can you do this? How can you do this? Because engaging in self-harm is something that the parents need to talk out. It's a serious thing." And I was even more angry when she didn't even take away her pen knives. The first thing you do when your daughter or your kid harm yourself is you take away the thing that she used to harm herself. If she is downing sleeping pills, you take away the pills. If she's cutting herself, you take away the pen knives. When I went back.
Oke. Dari sini statementnya bilang ya, kalau misalnya si Amy ini pengen ngelindungin anaknya, ambil obat-obatannya sama pisau atau senjata tajam. Secara nggak langsung si Edith ngomong, berarti the kid have its own problem. Tapi dia nggak self-reflecting. Kenapa anaknya punya problem? Nggak. Oh, it's because of me. Dia cuma nyalahin ke si Amy aja, ya kan? Saya ini bapaknya loh, ya kan? Kenapa sih bisa anak saya bisa punya penyakit itu, punya depression, punya emotional pressure atau why? Kasih tanya dong, jangan nyalahin karena ibunya ya kan? Dia cuma bisa kasih solusi obat-obatnya dijauhin, apa benda-benda tajam dijauhin, ya kan? Dia bilang kayak gitu ya. Tetap katanya nyalahin ke si itu Amy.
And I asked the maid, show me the things that Jenny used to harm herself. She brought out 8 pen knives. It is almost like the mother wants her dead. And I was just really angry. And I told her, when you give birth to the baby, I'll give you first class service. You are technically still married to me. VIP suite in the hospital, $5,000 for 2 nights.
Oke, dengar nggak? Dia ini, aduh, kata-kata orang yang sangat narsistik dan sangat power control. Dia bilang, I give you first class business VIP suite in the hospital. Kata-katanya ingat ya guys, it's about money. It's not about what humanity. Seorang ibu yang bakal, seorang istri yang bakal melahirkan gitu kan, dia cuma bilang I will give you the best suite, tapi dianya nggak datang. Coba mikir nggak? Dia bisa berkomunikasi gitu sama si Amy kan, ya when you give birth I will give you the best. Jadi emosi.
I hired 3 maids. One of them is a babysitter. They will take care of you and the baby. But you have to move out of the house after that, because if you are in the house, my kids cannot heal, because you are always there. And I warned her, go to the apartment, take care of the baby. You have a chance to have a fresh start. Alright? Take care of the baby, discover your maternal instinct again. She has my credit card with no limit. Using my money is fine. The apartment cost me a ton.
Oke. Uang lagi, yang dia ngomongin uang kan, nggak mikirin istrinya bisa mati dalam persalinan, lonely gitu ya. Terus anak-anaknya juga nggak peduli kalau ibunya ntar mati atau enggak kalau give birth gitu ya. Mana supportnya? Where's the love, where's the support? Jangan cuma ngomong money, fucking money, first class money, credit card money, apartment. Yang dia omongin laki, duit, anjir.
Money is fine.
Oh yeah?
I hired an assistant, which is the lady following her now, to stay in the second room in her house. Just to
Wait.
her.
She said she hired a lady who's calling her. Calling? Wait, Inggrisnya jelek amat sih orang Singapura ini.
She has my credit card with no limit.
Coba ya, dengar dulu.
Using my money is fine. The apartment cost me a ton of money. It's fine.
Oh yeah?
I hired an assistant, which is the lady following her now.
Pulling her. Si asisten yang kemarin yang itu bikin statement juga. Siapa sih orang Indonesia itu, translator? Wanita yang mendampinginya sekarang. Bahasa
To
Inggris
stay in the second room in her house, just to take care of her. And I told the assistant, it's going to be hard on her. Always watch her and close the balcony door. I'm afraid that one day, if she's psychologically unstable, she might end her life, and I do not want that. So that is the reason why I planted an assistant in her house. And once they are there, I got 3 maids going over to clean her apartment. We make food, nutritious food in my house to deliver every day to her, so that she eats well and feed the baby well. I have done everything I could to try to make it work. And this is despite me knowing about her abuse issue and her rich issue. And all I tell her is this. The assistants, the maids, they are people that we hire. Do we do our background checks? Yes, we got an agency to verify that. But they are strangers and they live in our house.
Ini kalau misalnya mantan pembantunya ini ada yang bisa DM aku atau apa, atau yang ya bikin statement di Dr. Richard, ini best. Karena pembantu-pembantu ini bisa lihat langsung kan, apa benar si Ibu Amy gila ya, apakah benar si suaminya yang selingkuh, apa anak-anaknya yang benar-benar gokil. Ya kita juga nggak tahu sih ada yang bisa benar ngomong kasih fakta baru atau enggak. Cuman kalau kan mereka bilang ya, pembantunya ada 5 gitu kalau nggak salah yang dipecat gonta-ganti selama beberapa bulan ini kan. Perlu statement dari mereka sih sebenarnya ya. Karena itu orang yang netral. Kalau anaknya nggak netral, ya kalau pembantunya bisa netral karena dia kerja di sana, ya.
Everybody in the family is a pair of eyes to make sure that this person coming to our house is trustworthy enough to stay in our house. So I told Amy, you can never bribe them. She has a record of bribing my previous mates and driver. I needed to fire them. Because once you bribe employees like this who live in your own house, they act against the family interest and they harm us. So I told her, I take care of you, you go over there, let me fix the kids in the main house. I need to. All of them are in a very bad shape. Mentally, all of them are traumatized. So she was okay, she was receptive, she went over to the apartment. And we have a thing where I send the kids over to visit her frequently so that she doesn't feel lonely. I try not to take the baby back too often because I know she needs the baby, she just gave birth. Then we found that things are getting weird at home. But before that, I hired one assistant, the one that stayed with her, for Davina. I hired a shadow teacher called Dian, whose main task is to take care of my younger son, teach him how to read and write and count. He's 2 years behind the curve. And to be a best friend of my older son so that he can process his rage issues. It's very difficult to process away years of abuse, but we need to start somewhere. Davina is supposed to be my daughter's best friend because she just cut herself. She's supposed to go out, hang out with her, do teenager stuff together. And then I have 3 mates which are personally trained to cook. We plan out a diet so that their vitamins are balanced, their diet is balanced.
Bodohnya dia bawa Davina. Davina jadi kan sebenarnya secara nggak langsung si Davina harusnya netral dong, ya kan? Karena si Davina ini asisten yang di hire secara profesional untuk mencari apartemen segala macam untuk si bapak ini, ya kan? Terus sekarang dia bikin statement bahwa si Davina ini jadi best friend anaknya biar bisa komunikasi segala macam gitu kan. Cenah kata si bapaknya. Secara nggak langsung dia mengubur diri sendiri. Si Davina kan itu against him, ya kan? Dia si Davina bikin statement support Ibu Amy, ya. Dia bawa Davina bodoh kata gua. Bodoh ya. Apa bawa Davina?
It's balanced and they have all the vitamins and health tonics they need. Because my son is obese and my younger son and daughter are borderline malnourished.
Okay.
Because the mother has not been watching their diet.
Oke.
So I said,
Benar. Yang satu kegendutan, yang satu malnourished, krempeng. Logika nggak guys? Kan itu mereka satu rumah, katanya. Masaknya sama-sama aja dong, ya kan? Masaknya sama-sama aja dong. Terus sekarang segala macamnya persoalannya yang di point finger, yang disalahin itu adalah ibunya. Kalau misalnya semuanya kelaparan. Make sense gak? Lah ini satu gendut, dua kelaparan. Make sense gak guys? Itu dulu deh, ya. Kan kalau di rumah semua masak. Makan. Yang satu gendut, yang 2 krempeng. Logika gak sih guys? Ya itu kan berarti their own choice, ya kan? Aduh Tuhan.
it took me 2 months, and mind you, I run the country in my company. My job is consuming. Like any CEO of the country,
CEO.
and I have a regional role where I look at M&A. It's a very taxing task. But what's the point of earning all this money if your kids are not healthy and happy?
Okay.
All these things are done. All this thing, we try really hard for 2 months to roll it out there. The kids are getting better. We went for a holiday together. They are starting to open out. They are starting to smile again.
Okay.
And then I went to a business trip in Malaysia, and I came back a week after, and I found that everything has changed. I found that my parents hate me. My parents stay with me. I have old folks. I found that my kids are starting to be depressed again.
Okay.
And I did an investigation. And I found out that Davina has bribed everybody in my household to act.
Oh wow. Wow.
Things of doing.
Wow. Dengar nggak dia bilang apa? Dia bilang si Davina. Oke, Davina ini kan si asisten yang di hire sama perusahaan untuk jadi personal asistennya si Eden. Sekarang si Davina yang asistennya si Eden membayar semua pembantu-pembantunya katanya. Semuanya disuap sama Davina. Cucu amat Davina. Jadi si Eden ini bikin statement bahwa si Davina ini korupsi katanya. Korupsi, nyebar-nyebarin duit ke pembantu-pembantu yang lain biar biar bisa biar pembantu-pembantu itu memihak ke si Amy. Make sense gak sih guys? Ya, seorang asisten nyogok-nyogok pembantu lainnya. Kalau Ibu Amy oke lah. Bu Amy oke ngerti lah. Mbak harus di pihak saya ya. Nanti gampang lah kalau misalnya segala macam. Nanti saya yang atur. Si Davina sekarang di-accuse bribing ya. Wow. Statementnya it's unbelievable.
We have rituals in my house to allegedly putting things in my food.
Oh,
He asked my son.
Oh, katanya ini berarti yang allegation dia bilang bahwa si Davina ini yang guna-guna mereka cenah gitu kan. Karena dia bilang put things in their food. Racun kayak menyan kayak atau ya itulah ya, pelet atau apa biar pada nurut gitu kan.
Do you hate my secretary who is all over the news now? And do you
Anjing gue gak cucu kali penyanyi dangdut bisa jadi personal assistant. Aduh gue sampai sampai bisa jadi asistennya CEO ya kan. Cucu kali bahasa Inggris nggak bisa ya kan, bisanya bergoyang. Oke. Lanjut guys, lanjut. Anjir.
You want me to help you kill her? She told my parents my secretary must be putting a lust spell on me. Her mom can help. She knows black magic. All this shit in my own house.
Davina do that.
Correct. And that's where I fired Davina. And when I fired Davina, I asked Amy. And I asked Davina, is Davina doing this? Or did you tell her to do this? I asked Amy this. Because she has a record of bribing people. And the bribes are real. The money went to the maids. They even attempt to bribe my driver. And I fired Davina. And 4 days later, I found out they're all working together.
Okay.
I fired my whole team, including Dia and the shadow teacher, which is planted by Davina. And they are all working together.
Wow.
They're all in the hospital.
Wow.
Now you imagine my shock when my whole household and my system that I built out to care for my kids' psychological, mental, and health needs are all cancelled away because of a mother who appears to be okay but wanted vengeance and bribed everybody to act against the interest. With recording private conversations in my house, sowing seeds of discord among my family members. I was angry, but that was only the beginning.
Okay.
Because very soon after, when I fired Davina on the 21st, by the 24th, Amy and Davina is on a smear campaign with all my business partner and my company.
Yeah. He came to me too.
And then I had people tailing my cars. And my kids went to the mall and the stranger tried to grab them. I needed to pull my kids out of school and bring my whole family to hide in another island for a while just to keep them safe. The kids are traumatized. Nobody dared to walk out of the house. I brought them out. We went to Bali for a few weeks to heal. The kids were really, really traumatized. They were so hurt. Davina is like a friend to my daughter. The betrayer hits her so hard that the Sunday when I talk to my daughter, she says she feels nothing inside anymore. She feels like she's dead. My sons, I trusted Dian with my son, and her job is to hear and collect information and sow seeds of discord among my sons. That is how bad it is. This thing could end today, but the damage I need to manage is going to come many, many years. So I brought them to Bali, and I was thinking at that time, how do I keep them safe and secure? Do we go back to Singapore, where the law can protect me? Or do we come back to Jakarta and find another place to stay? Then
Okay.
Amy filed a police report on me saying citing domestic violence. I have never touched her. You could see with all this revelation, you could see when I received the police summons where the irony is. I'm taking the kids and running away from domestic violence from her, and she just filed a police report about domestic violence from me. But I was happy when I received the summons because I never touched her. I can easily go back to fight it. I thought she has given out on using thugs and going back to the law. So I brought the family back to Jakarta. And within a week, we got there and enrolled in a new school. My secretary, who everybody is calling a whore now, did that. In 1 week, she got them into a new school.
Dia bener-bener ya, Pak Eden ini ya, masih stick in the story gitu. Apa si penyanyi dangdut ini, si Ernie ini berhasil karena kan ini suami orang, ya kan. Anak-anaknya udah ngomong gitu juga, personal assistant, personal assistant, dan sampai detik ini masih dibelain sama si Pak Eden ini ya. Cucu amat nih Pak Eden, personal assistant loh yang digoyang, yang digoyang-goyang. Oke.
School. Amy took 8 months to get them into a school when she came here. And that's after multiple reminders from me, you need to enroll them in school. My kids lost 8 months of school when they came to Indonesia because the mother doesn't care. And when I say my secretary does it, she's like, no, I'm the mother.
Oke. Katanya si Ernie ini personal assistant udah 2 tahun kerja sama si Eden. Masa anaknya nggak sekolah yang disalahin si Amy? Kan si Amy nggak bisa bahasa Indonesia, ya kan? Katanya personal asistennya si Ernie ini kan, sekarang yang disalahin ibunya lagi, ya kan? Katanya si Ernie ini bisa ngebooking hotel, ya kan? Sekarang nyariin sekolahannya. Terus sekarang yang disalahin si ibu Amy lagi, ya kan? Katanya personal asistennya si Ernie. Kenapa yang dinyalahin sama si ibu Amy? Lucu deh Pak Eden ini deh. Stick to a story lah Pak. Sekarang netizen udah pada pinter.
Never done. So we got there in school. I thought she's going to the law. We can finally have a civil way to settle this. Because I can't file divorce with her. To file divorce with her, I need to know where she is to file papers, to serve her papers. And the Singapore court refused to let me file because when I told them I don't know where she is, she refused to tell me she disappeared.
She disappeared.
I did not know where she is from the day she left the apartment. I dropped her a text and said, I will...
That's not true. Guys, kalau misalnya divorce itu kita file dulu aja, nanti polisinya bisa lihat suratnya dikirim kemana aja, yang di recordnya. Pasti kan mereka punya address di Singapura. Ini cuma alasan aja. Kalau si bapak ini beneran mau cerai sama si Amy, bisa dikirim ke orang tuanya si Amy atau kasih ke dokter Richard juga bisa, ya kan? Pengacaranya kan. Apartemen yang di Indonesia masih ditinggalin si ibu Amy, bukan? Doesn't matter suratnya diterima nggak diterima, yang penting dikirim dan udah di file. So that's not true. Kalau kita mau menggugat seseorang itu nggak harus ditanya, saya mau cerai, di mana itunya istrinya, nggak tahu Pak. Oh berarti nggak bisa cerai. Nggak kayak gitu sayang. Bodoh sekali statementnya dia, itu aja udah salah. Kalau kalian mau cerai sama seseorang, kayak misalnya ya, kalian bikin laporan, Pak saya mau bikin laporan, saya mau cerai segala macam, data-datanya di bio-nya itu. Oke, suratnya mau dikirim di mana? Setahu saya tinggal si orang itu tinggal di situ. Kirimlah. Nah, ada jasa yang khusus untuk nge-track si Amy. Kalau misalnya si Amy nggak bisa di-track, gitu kan? Jadi alasannya si Eden ini bahwa nggak bisa nyari si Amy, makanya nggak bisa divorce, dan alamat. Kasih alamat di mana aja. Cuman itu cuman formalitas aja. Formalitas aja sayang. That's just a formality. You just have to file it, and then if she doesn't respond in 30 days or 60 days, then they can escalate finding her, right? But if she received the note and then somebody confirm it, then it's gonna go on later on. So don't make us excuses. Oh, I cannot file divorce because I don't know where she is. Hello, she's going to podcast. If you really wanna find her, give it to somebody that give Dr. Richard aja lo kasih lihat. Orang pintar sebodoh-bodohnya. Duh, katanya CEO. Tapi mau cerai aja harus alasan. Aduh, anjir. Gue paling enak sama orang yang ngebodoh-bodohin netizen, ya nggak sih? Dia bikin statement, I cannot divorce because I don't know where she lives. A divorce, it doesn't have to be like, where's the current address? Kirim aja kemana, yang penting lu udah file. Gue jadi emosi.
Will file divorce with you, tell me where you stay. Until today, I don't know where she stay. I can't file divorce.
Oh, si Miss. I thought yet you don't want to see her.
No. She knows where I stay. She planted guys outside my house. But I don't know where she is. I want to divorce her. I told her I want to divorce her so many times last year. Every time I said that, she would go into the toilet and try to cut herself with a scissors and say I'd rather die. And I accepted that. Maybe the stigma of divorce is too much for her. That's why I proposed the unofficial separation. She gets to see the kids, we can avoid a bitter fight, and she can get to keep her dignity. But using my own resources and money to bribe my own employees to do things against me crosses the line massively, especially when the employees are hired to help my kids. And all these statements about she just divorced me, don't do this. I've been trying for a year. You
Then do it.
To kill yourself. Yeah.
Then do it. Don't talk too much. Then do it. You both do it. Yeah. Both of you guys do it. Us netizen Indonesia, especially we are Indonesian. You guys are from Singapore and Korea, right? And the story, where's the address or whatever. Just ribet anjir, mau cerai aja.
She threatens to kill herself, or she disappeared and I couldn't file her papers. It's look. I brought the family back because I thought she's finally realized it. She filed a police report. We can do this by law. And then 3 days after we came back, she killed my car, ambushed us in the hospital, brought 7 to 8 people, and pounced on us in the hospital.
Oh, she appeared for the first time at the hospital.
Correct. That was the first time I see her.
After she missed.
After I asked her to leave the apartment. Yes.
Okay. And
So,
that is the video,
the-
right? This is the video that she scream and there is your daughter, right? At the stair, and there is a Tisha Ernie too.
That hospital thing. Look, my secretary did what she should have done. And she
What the fuck can she do? Okay, next. Kita dengerin dulu.
did try her best. She was taking care of the kids, healing them, doing meditation, doing sports. She participated in teaching the maids what to cook to keep them healthy. She brought them to TCM as a more wholesome way to do things.
Okay,
She
Mr.
took care of the
Wang.
baby too.
Mr. Wang, I just want to ask you: is that true that Tisha Ernie is your mistress?
It's not. It's not. Look, this is a woman that has taken care of me and my family very well for the next 2 years. For the last 2 years. This is a woman who is still here. Dr. Richard, let me tell you this. You saw what happened to her reputation in the last few weeks. It's all over the news, correct?
Reputasi apa anjing? Oke, kata dia kan itu personal assistant. Personal assistant usually somebody who assists you doing things for you. Example, hey, can you do my laundry for me? I have to do this and that. Can you grab my coffee? Whatever, you know, I need to set up a meeting. Can you remind me? That's a personal assistant job. Not sucking your cock. Okay, I'm sorry. Allegedly, okay? Okay. Okay, next.
Her reputation is lost. She's not safe in this country. I have my reputation destroyed. I have lost my job because I'm just focused on protecting my kids. But they are my kids. It's totally fine for me to protect them. If she's my mistress and she's after my money, why is she still here? Why is she the one who set out us to safely leave the country? There is no meaning there. Dr. Richard, there's a bunch of lies over here
Okay.
that I was surprised myself with the netizen backlash. To be honest, I was very surprised.
Netizen backlash.
Because when this all started, I thought the premise and context is so ridiculous that nobody will ever believe it. Because I'm a father here, being accused of holding on to my 4 kids because I want to be with my mistress, and I'm willing to go down the path of keeping my 4 kids and being with my mistress until I lost my reputation and also my job. Dr. Richard, in your years of experience, which man would do that? Every man who has a mistress will give up the kids immediately.
Okay, hold on.
Who would drag on 4 kids?
Dia bikin idea kayak gini. Dr. Richard, experti elu katanya ya, apa ada nggak lelaki yang bakal ngelindungin anaknya empat-empatnya sampai nggak punya job, sampai nggak punya reputasi lagi karena ketahuan enjong. Kalau nggak ketahuan malu lanjut, ya kan? Kalau si Bu Amy kalau si Bu Amy nggak speak up, nggak viral, nggak ada yang tahu kalau lanjut. Cuma karena ini viral, karena ini dibahas banyak orang, that's why it's a big topic. That's why you are making clarification. If you really care about your kid and your life, then just don't gini ya. Sekarang secara nggak langsung dia bikin klarifikasi untuk memperbaikin namanya dia, ya kan? Itu tujuannya dia. Tapi statement yang dia bilang itu nggak make sense gitu loh ya. Katanya masih Amy ke Korea sebulan, terus katanya si Amy ke Korea setahun, katanya si Ernie personal assistant.